So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roma Theory match reaction. Torino nil, Roma 1. Deserved win. I think they didn't do much. I think we played better than them, and as much as it wasn't a massive, entertaining game, at the end of the day, it's always the result which counts. We can win 4-3, we can win 1-0 with an own goal, we can win 5-0 and batter our opponents. These are three different aspects of a football game, but at the end of the day, the thing which people look at, the thing which counts the most, the thing which weighs the most when it comes to table standards are the 3 points. And today we got 3 points when, I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting 3 points, because Roma before European games is always less concentrated on the Serie A games, and so they kind of leave the attitude apart. I think today the win was all that counts. I mean, in every game the win is all that counts. But I was definitely not expecting a win. I was expecting a low-scoring goal. Can I just say the match preview of this game was spot on every singular aspect. From the predicted 11 to the prediction of the game, everything was spot on. That's why you have to watch Roma Theory's match previews, because they're always spot on. A lot of studying goes behind the match previews, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, look, I think we had to play a good game to beat this side. They are a team which made us play badly. We managed to kill the game early. That's, I think, what we managed really well, because we scored a goal after 7 minutes. Hadn't we not scored that goal, I think the game was a different game. The game was a more tense game. Irritation when it comes to red cards and all of that would have definitely been higher. The penalty was clear. They've shown it again. I think it was a good game. 3 points. Third position. Lazio 1, Juventus 0. Juventus leveled it. Lazio 1, Juventus 1, which means that we could even push for second place. But obviously Lazio don't have European Cups to play in, so we'll be fresh every week. I think it'll be a tough job to end before Lazio, but look, we're there. We're there in every single aspect of the season. We're third in the league. We're in the last 8 of the Europa League. Maybe we could have done a bit better in the Coppa Italia, but other than that, you can't say absolutely anything on the season of Roma. It's a very inconsistent season, but it's a season which is positive under every aspect up to now. And yeah, look, let's start let's start by speaking about positions, about players. Then we'll move on to what Mourinho said post-match, and then I will also share a few words on the top 4 race. I think position-wise, I've said this in the halftime reaction, Dybala playing as a false 9 was perfectly spot on in this game. Playing without a striker in this game was difficult to choose, and I bet it was also difficult for Mourinho to tell both Belotti and Abraham, no strikers today, we're playing with a false 9. But I think we've got the pulp of it. We got the benefits of it. Because Dybala was off today. Dybala scored a goal, but overall it wasn't a Dybala performance. You know, Dybala is a player who shoots, who loves dribbling, who loves keeping the ball beneath his feet. It was definitely not his performance. He looked a bit dull today apart from that goal. But other than that, I think Dybala playing as false 9 kind of was the key to us unlocking the game. If you look at the game again, Dybala as a false 9 did not play as a striker today. On the graphics, Dybala was the striker, but in reality, Dybala wasn't the striker. You know, face it, Dybala played 90% of the game back towards the defenders, meaning that all of his support was towards assisting Sobakin, El Shaarawy, Gini, and all of these players. And the goal came because Zalewski ran in, and Dybala kind of left space for him to run in. Dybala today played as a mechanism. As a mechanism which allowed other players to play a good game. I think Dybala today, well, it wasn't his position, but he got sacrificed to play in that position to allow other players to play better. And look at Zalewski. Zalewski today played better. Spinazzola today played better. He's always good, but he played better. Gini today played a solid game. Sobakin today played a solid game. I think Dybala was wasted in this game. Let's be honest here. Dybala was wasted in this game, but Dybala was wasted to get the benefits of it. Dybala was wasted so that we would get the 3 points. And this is a genius move from Mourinho. Because we did not have the usual Dybala on the pitch. The Dybala which gives support to the strikers, which shoots from outside the box. We had Dybala who played as a striker, which is not his position because he's that tall and Torino is a physical team. But we kind of sacrificed his ability to make other players play better. And I think that was a great move from Jose. So yeah, we spoke about Dybala. I mean, a few words have to be given on Gini. Gini is. Gini is the season changer. Gini is that Mkhitaryan which we left at Inter Milan this summer. That really was the summer transfer market objective. Replacing Mkhitaryan with Wijnaldum. And we've been unlucky because Wijnaldum's been injured for most part of the season. But he's back. He knows what he's doing. And he's doing it with great care. Because I've said this already, but the transition which Gini builds from the defense to the attack is great. It really is. Because you've got a versatile player who defends and attacks. You've got a player who runs in the box. You've got a player which intercepts balls. You've got a complete player. And you've got that Mkhitaryan which we left at Inter Milan this season. That's what we have. And then I want to share a few words on Zalewski because I think Zalewski played a great game. It was a period of time that Zalewski wasn't playing amazing. It was a period of time that Zalewski was a liability because he was conceding. The few goals we were conceding, it was because of Zalewski's poor defensive section. And it was also a period of time where Zalewski just did not cross the ball well. And I think today was a revolutionary game for Zalewski. Not because he won the penalty, but because he got everything right. From closing Karamoe down to closing Radonic down to winning the penalty and accurate passes. He got everything right. Now, there was a comment in which one of you guys commented saying, kind of describing Zalewski's path. And I think Zalewski needs credit. Because Zalewski, 1 year ago, was an academy player. And 1 year after this, he is a staple in Mourinho's team. And I think that means one thing. That means that he's got a professional mindset. Because to go from the academy team to the first team and be a starting player in the first team, you need a great mindset. You need a great attitude. And a great attitude, how old is he? At 22 years old is not guaranteed. He doesn't have a stupid attitude. He's very young. But I think he is our generational talent. And I've said this many times. This summer, if we get good fullbacks, Zalewski should stop playing as a fullback. Zalewski was born as a winger, and I think Zalewski, with a good fullback transfer market, we should remake Zalewski play as a winger. Because if Zalewski plays as a winger and plays like he plays as a fullback, we're in for a treat. We're in for a treat. Because he's fast on the ball, he cuts in well. If he just improves that crossing, we've got a great winger. So he's the most versatile player in this team, 100%. And he's our generational talent. We've got a lot of generational talents in our academy team, but he's the one which we've planted the seed with earlier and which we've grown the most. He is our Jamal Musiala. He is Roma's Pablo Gavi. Barcelona got Gavi. Bayern Munich got Musiala. Manchester City got Foden, and Arsenal got Saka. Our generational talent is Nikola Zalewski. And when you compare Zalewski to these players, you probably laugh. And I think it's wrong, because I think he was an academy player, a youth player last season. So yeah, great from Zalewski. And then some attention on the defence. Lads and lasses. I mean, Smalling, every match reaction is... It just, we always say the same things for Smalling, because he's just so big. Renew his contract as soon as possible, because he's so good. He is so good. He's so giant. He makes himself so giant in defense. But as much as Smalling was great, and he was probably my man of the match, I want to give a few words on Llorente. 2 games, 2 clean sheets. He showed no liabilities whatsoever. He's just so confident on that ball. Something which Ibanez is not. And again, I don't want to hate on Ibanez because he bottled both derbies. But as a matter of fact, Llorente is more confident than Ibanez. Ibanez has those games where he just panics. Llorente looks calm. And that's what I like. If he continues like this in these next few months, sign him permanently. Because he's been playing great. And that's my pick on the positions today. A few words on the substitutions. I think Pellegrini got subbed in really well. Despite having a fever, I think he played some really good 15 minutes. Tammy had a few chances, but look, I'm going to continue defending him. I am going to continue defending him, because I truly believe if we play more attacking football, Tammy Abraham would be a completely different player. He lacks the confidence, 100%, but I'm going to continue backing him. And yeah, that's it on him. I think that was our game today. It was a game which we had to unlock early, because Torino were a tough side to face, because they make us play badly. But look, a few words on Mourinho. I'm going to give a few words on what Mourinho said post-game. He said that Roma's biggest problem is dealing with itself. No sentence was more correct and accurate. He got asked, you're 3rd in the league right now by yourself. Who do you think is the biggest threat out of all the top 4 teams? And he said, ourselves. And that is another genius statement. Because Roma's biggest enemy, Roma's biggest liability is itself. Roma can beat and has the ability to beat every team in this league. Even Napoli. We have the ability to beat every team. But due to our lack and flaws and crevices in concentration and attitude, we never beat every single team. And I think that is so accurate, because Roma's biggest problem is itself. It's dealing with the concentration issues. When Roma is concentrated and wants to win a game, Roma is a completely different team than when Roma shows no will. Roma's like, oh, give me a sofa, I'll just lay on it. And it's a problem which this team has in its DNA. So, speaking about top 4, Milan, Inter, Atalanta, Juventus getting the points back, Lazio not having European trophies to focus in on now. Yeah, okay. But our biggest enemy is ourselves, is our shadow. Roma's biggest enemy is its shadow. We are more scared of ourselves than we are when we face Inter. And we've got, after this Torino game, I think we've got, every game is a difficult, important game. But we've got 3 top 4 clashes. Atalanta away, Milan at home, Inter at home. We can win all of these games if we are focused, if we are concentrated. And this is kind of a message to this end part of the season. This team has gone like this. We win one game, everyone hypes themselves up. Look at us lose against Udinese next weekend. It's always like this. Because we never give a consistent path to our results. Because we are scared of our own shadows. So, Milan lost points, Inter lost points, Atalanta lose points, Lazio or Juventus are going to lose points, or both of them are going to lose points. We could easily get second in the league this season. But we could also easily get sixth. Because we have a problem when dealing with ourselves. And this is something which any manager can come in this team. Any player can come in this team. It's a DNA problem which this team will carry on having since the day we all die. Mbappe and Haaland can come in this team. You can grab me as a manager. Nothing will change. It's a DNA problem. But we have to try and deal with this DNA problem the best way possible, because it's always like this. And that's my top four is open. Top four is open. I've always said this. I always believe in top four until the last game week of the season. We're third right now, but I'm not confident. I mean, we could easily get sixth. We could easily get second. It's so unpredictable. We got to go game by game, step by step. We've got 9 games to go. A lot of them are tough games. Everyone is a tough game. Step by step. It's a step-by-step process. That's what it is. And look, my last comment on Mourinho, because I feel like this week there have been rumours of Mourinho to Chelsea, Mourinho to Saudi Arabia, Mourinho staying at Roma, and all of that. And I've received a lot of questions in the live watch along today. What do you think Mourinho will do? What do you think Mourinho will do? What do you think Mourinho will go? Will he go to Saudi? Will he go to Chelsea? I am not Jose Mourinho. I wish I was Jose Mourinho, but I'm not in his head. I don't know what his plans are. I'm going to say it again. I think Mourinho will stay one more year because he wants to end his project at Roma, if not extend it. But I am going to give a kind of concluding statement on this topic. And this is directed to Mourinho. You know, Mourinho's never going to watch this, but let's say they're in the airplane today. Mourinho doesn't know what to watch. He just searches up Torino Roma and my video pops up and he watches it. All I will say is I am not Mourinho. I cannot decide for him. I'm not in his mind. I don't know what he'll choose. I don't know what Mourinho will do. But I think as a mature person like Mourinho, I think you've come at that stage in your career where you've won everything, right? You've won the Champions League with the dark horses with Porto. You've won Premier Leagues. You won the treble with Inter Milan. You have reached that point in your career where you have won everything. And it's you want to continue to win. But as I feel like during this Roma period, during this managerial Roma period, I think we've understood something about Mourinho. And I think if I were Mourinho, I'm at that stage in the career where I go, I want to follow what my heart says, right? I don't want to follow what my brain says. I'm just going to follow my heart instincts. The Chelsea offer is an interesting offer because Chelsea is a team which invests more than Roma. Maybe I can win more trophies with Chelsea. It would be my third adventure at Chelsea, and that's the tangible path to Chelsea. The Saudi offer, money, a lot of money. I don't think that's who Jose is. But at the end of the day, I think Jose has to stay. I think Mourinho has to stay because he's built something in this team. He's built something not in this team, not just in this team. He's built something in this city, which if he leaves will automatically crumble down. This is a process which we've gone through with Mourinho. This is a process which Mourinho has built himself. That Conference League he won, being in the last eight of the Europa League this season, being third in the league as things stand, creating unity between players, managers, staff, and all of that. I think you've built a tower. Why let it go so early? And I know that Roma will never be like Chelsea when it comes to investment paths. It will never be. It will never be like Chelsea or Real Madrid. But a part of me believes Jose is not searching for that. I think he's come here. He's fallen in love with the city, the passion of Roma fans, and the club. I think that's what he has to follow. It's that instinct which he has to follow. No, I am going to say no to Chelsea, even though it's a more tempting offer, and I'm going to stay here. Because what happens if I win the league with Roma? What happens if I win a Europa League with Roma? It's that if which has to trigger in him and go, I'm going to stay. And that's all I will say. Plus, at the end of the day, I've said this already, Chelsea won't qualify for Champions League or Europa League. So, attractiveness-wise, yes, Chelsea invest more. Yes, you'd probably get more money at Chelsea. But let's say we qualify for Champions League. Why not try an experience with Roma in the Champions League? You never know. European trophies is Jose's best. European trophies is Jose's dark horse. That's what he loves the most. So yeah, look, I'm not Mourinho. I cannot choose for him. But I think he's built a legacy here. And otherwise I think that's it. But look, we've won against Torino. We're third in the league. Hopefully Lazio and Juventus equalise and all of that. So if you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Happy Easter, everyone. Tomorrow is Easter. Spend some precious time with your loved ones, family, friends, eat a lot, and all of that. I'll catch you tomorrow evening for more updates, starting to focusing on the Feyenoord first leg, which is going to be a crucial one. So yeah, happy Easter from me. I will catch you soon. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and up the boys. Let's enjoy this moment. Let's give a good momentum to this moment, and let's try and qualify for Champions League. Catch you soon. Simon out. It's been a good one today. I've enjoyed it. Simon out.